Today, we'll be exploring the Dell PowerEdge R640, a 14th generation 1U rack server from Dell's PowerEdge series. This specific model is equipped with a backplane that supports 8 2.5-inch hard drives. On the right side, you'll notice a power button, a USB 3.0 port, and a console port. In the center, there's an SVGA port, and an informational LED is located on the left side. Now, let's shift our attention to the rear of the system. Let's take a look at the system from the rear. At the top left, there's an optional RJ45 dual 1 gigabit network card. Moving down to the lower left, you'll see the iDRAC port, followed by a serial port, an SVGA port, 2 USB 3.0 ports, a quad 1 gigabit daughter card, and dual hot plug power supplies, each rated at 750 watts. Now let's remove the cover and examine the system's internals. Upon removing the cover, it's evident that this system is equipped with dual CPUs and all 8 fans are in place. Our plan is to enhance the system by upgrading both CPUs, augmenting the memory, and incorporating 2 SSDs. Each CPU has the capacity to support up to 12 memory modules. The RAID card is already installed, and we'll set it up for RAID 1 configuration with the 2 SSDs. The system also includes a basic network daughter card that can be upgraded effortlessly. However, we won't be upgrading the network daughter card as a 1 gigabit connection suffices for our client's needs. The upcoming installation will include the following components: 16 memory modules, each with 32 gigabytes, amounting to a total of 512 gigabytes of RAM. The memory is of the DDR4 ECC registered type. The CPUs are Intel Xeon Gold 6148, each boasting 20 cores and 40 threads. In addition, we'll be incorporating 2 DELL 480 GB SATA SSDs in a RAID 1 configuration for the operating system. Prior to any upgrades, we'll ensure that the BIOS and all firmware are updated with default components. It's worth noting that older BIOS versions often lack support for newer CPUs, necessitating the reinstallation of older components for BIOS upgrade. The old processors were taken out and replaced with 2 new CPUs, onto which we applied thermal compound. We also incorporated new memory and set up 2 SSDs in a RAID 1 configuration. Noticing the absence of drive fillers, we made sure to add those as well. Our next steps involve installing the heat sinks, followed by the installation of Windows Server 2022. For assistance with updating BIOS and firmware, we recommend referring to our previous videos. We've successfully installed Windows Server 2022 and conducted system tests, all of which yielded expected results. The Task Manager displays 40 cores and 80 threads, with the memory registering at 512 gigabytes. The Dell PowerEdge R640 is an impressive system. Despite its compact 1U size, it boasts substantial computing power and memory capacity. It can effortlessly host numerous VMs and large databases, making it typically more than sufficient for a small office.
Built an empire.